fun facts. It's kind of a little bit of off track here, but what are maybe 3, 4, 5 fun facts that if we were on the website we wouldn't know? And one of them we talked about was the tunneling process. So what are 2 or 3 things that we've found through this process that are interesting that people might like to know about?
I guess one fun fact is both of the drainage lines, they're almost 20-30 feet deep down in the ground. So no one really sees them, no one knows that they're there, but obviously when we made the decision to depress 37, we had to take the water somewhere. The idea floated around with pumps, but it was expensive in the long run to do that. So we went with 2 drainage lines that one of them goes out to the White River. It outlets to the White River. That's the north line, and the south line outlets to Shoemaker Ditch. I don't know if anyone noticed, but they actually started work on that in 2018. No one knew about it apart from the people that are really close to these big holes. That's one fun fact. One other fun fact is also on 146th Street when we were drilling the drainage line. They got into a lot of boulders and a lot of rocks.
20, 30 feet down?
20, 30 feet down. It was large boulders that it took them a long time to get through, and that kind of it had us take other measures of changing the type of tunneling itself, from going from one way to the other, just so we can get through those boulders and those huge rocks. So that was something that people didn't really know about what was going on there. It was underground, so no one knew.
And how big of a tunnel are we talking? Is it something that you could stand up in, or is it?
Yeah, I mean it's about 54 inches.
Okay.
It's almost you can probably crawl in there. You can fit going in
We're
there.
not advising that.
But yeah.
No,
it's pretty deep. We there was a little tunneling bore pit that was on 146th Street that we went and looked at, and it was deep. Like it was very deep. Major kudos to the contractor that did that work at Midwest Mole.
Okay.
They were really good, and that was one of the fun. That I don't want to say fun, but it was one of the most interesting things that I've seen.
Absolutely,
on the
you're basically
project.
tunneling out like a mini subway.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
kind of
much.
how I envision that. Yeah.
And so you're telling me that from 146th Street out to White River, it's just a natural fall of 30, 40 feet?
It's a gravity. It's gravity. It's
thing.
taking all the water from the future 141st hole, 146, and it takes that all the way to the White River, and it's all gravity. So it's
amazing.
Yeah. So the maintenance is at least a little bit better than what we could have had if we went with pumps.
Okay.
How about one from you?
Oh gosh, fun facts. I think one thing we talk about sometimes just internally is, we kind of had this build up to when the kind of major detour was going to happen with 126th, and kind of just the hype of like building into that, and then COVID hit. So it was like this weird dynamic of, we were afraid that everyone was going to be screaming at us, and then everything was shut down. So it was kind of
Problem solved.
You were doing all you were doing all these plans with businesses from a mitigation standpoint, trying to mitigate the impact of their business due to construction.
Yeah.
But during the start of all that, you had a pandemic that hit that
Yeah.
completely turned that upside down.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, okay, everybody had more, kind of impacting their life than just construction. So maybe it gave us all a little more tolerance, but it also gave us an opportunity to know that we needed to support those businesses even more, because not only were we dealing with construction, we were also now dealing with, closures. So
Sure.
it was a time for our stakeholder group really to kind of rally together and see how we could help each other out.
Okay.
So yeah, it was interesting times.